You know the train has left the station because I'm talking to the man, Nate the Train, right now. He's got a big fight coming up here against Doo Choi, UFC 310, December 7th. It is next Saturday. Nate, how you doing, man?
It's go time. I could creep it right here in my little calendar. I've been crossing off days, man. It's getting close.
Yeah. When did you find out about this fight? Because it seemed like it was a bit of a late addition to the card.
Oh man, we've been, you know how they do. They kind of they announce it when they want to announce it. But yeah, I found out actually. It was crazy. I found out actually on my son's birthday, this 27th of September. So it's been several weeks.
Yeah, and it's been, touch on it quickly. I know it's been a bit of a whirlwind for you, and my condolences to you and your wife and everything. If people haven't heard, obviously, you lost the baby. How much has that sort of brought people out, support-wise, and how much is that on your mind ahead of the fight? Because I know you're
Yeah,
fighting with a
man.
heavy heart.
It's just like a fight, man. You just got to keep fighting. Yeah, I don't know if you knew, we had to go through IVF. So IVF is like they got to go in, they got to strip my wife's eggs, and they fertilize them. So we ended up with X amount of embryos that was viable, and we had five boy embryos, and we had one girl embryo. So we tried to put the girl in a little bit ago. She attached, and she just didn't quite make it. Her name was going to be June Marie, and yeah, I mean, what I think about it, all the things that could have been out of, when you about to have a baby, we knew it was going to be a girl because we chose that. I mean, you choose either put the boy or the girl in. We had a girl, so we chose to put the girl in this time, and so you start visualizing, one day I'm gonna walk her down the aisle, I might talk shit to her boyfriend. She ain't gonna sneak out. You think about all this, you start plotting and planning, and then, God laughs at you like, I got a plan for you, and it just wasn't meant to be. But we had her name, her name would have been June. She was gonna be born in May, but she didn't quite make it. And yeah, I mean, it hurts.
No, I bet. And I appreciate you speaking about it. I'm sure there's people out there who've gone through similar things, so I think it's important to
Yeah, so I
talk
mean,
about
if you're
this stuff.
going through that, if you're having, I mean, infertility issues, they say 1 in 8 women have it, and it's kind of like a yucky thing. Nobody wants to talk about it, but I'll talk about it, man. I
Yeah.
mean, we tried. We was trying to have kids for a while. We're blessed. We had our son through it. He did well, so we just going into it with high hopes. The first time worked. He's a blessing. The second time should work. Shit, it didn't pan out. Um, you can't hate, you can't be mean. It is what it is. God's plan, she's with him. It's just one of those things. It's like if you're out there going through the same process, just man, keep your head up, keep fighting. It obviously works. We had our first son. He's healthy, he's doing well, so it obviously works. Yeah, just keep on fighting.
Keep on fighting. And of course, that next fight going to be against Doo Choi. When you heard that name, you had to be pretty excited. I mean, this is a guy that's in the Hall of Fame with this fight with Cub Swanson. Like, there's no chance this fight's going to be boring.
Yeah, I know he's coming. He when he came to the UFC, he was different. Now he's kind of a little bit more reserved, but I'm definitely bringing out the dog in him, and I think the pressure's on him, man. I think the pressure's on him because he had such a fast start, and then he went on a bad streak, and now he's got that one. He's riding it back. Now he's like, now he's got to deal with Nathan damn train, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know you were telling me off camera, and you can see on your social media, obviously, you're training out in Florida at MMA Masters. How long you been out there, and who you getting to work with over there?
Oh yeah, this is my sixth camp out here, man. Four
Yeah.
bonuses. I mean, obviously it's working well. I get to isolate myself. It's hard being away from my family, but it kind of drives me. It's like every second I'm away, somebody's got to pay for that. That's what kind of my mindset going into it. He's gonna pay. Somebody's gonna pay. I haven't seen my son. I haven't seen my wife. Holidays is coming up. Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna be there. My
Oh, wow.
holidays, December 7th. Nothing's after December 7th for me.
That makes sense. And how long? So how long have you stayed in Florida for this camp? How long did you go out there for?
Yeah, man. I've been out here for shit 10 weeks now. Flew back once.
Wow.
Hardest part is being able to fly back, but knowing it's like I can fly back, but you got to stay fucking laser focused with this, especially this fight. It's like I can't look back and think, man, if I'd have just been a little bit more focused, dieted just a little bit more. There's no what ifs. There's no maybe couldas and shoulda, woulda, did. I'm gonna go out there and start swinging, and we gonna fight.
Who do you get to work with over there at MMA Masters? Who are some of your training partners?
Oh man, we got a whole slew of new guys coming up. Plus, we got some good, great guys. Danny Chavez, of course, my grappling coach, Daniel, and my striking coach, Caesar, and just a whole slew of just guys. Man, it's just, it's a great environment.
Any part of you kind of wish that you were on the Tampa card? Because obviously that would be, you're already there in Florida. It would be a little bit easier. Or are you happy to be on this pay-per-view as well? It's going to be a big card.
Yeah, man, come on now. It's like
Yeah,
saying, would you rather celebrate Christmas or freaking New Year's Eve? It's like, of course I want to get my presents.
for sure. No, no,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. I don't know. Sometimes people like
New
fighting a little
Year's
bit
Eve is
closer.
fun, though.
Yeah,
New Year's Happy New Year's, but come
yeah.
on now. Christmas is
Christmas is
Christmas,
better. Fair
baby.
enough. Fair enough. And
Yeah.
on that note, obviously headlining that card now is your teammate Colby Covington. How's the vibe in the room with him getting in camp? Because I know it's been a while for him.
Oh yeah, man. He's Kobe's Kobe, brother. He does his thing. I'm excited for him. Expecting an all out good fight for him. And just can't help but to be just focused on myself, man.
Yeah, that's great, man. What about the weight cut again? Because you're kind of in this like Rocky camp, minus the weather, right? Because obviously it's nice weather in Florida, not like what
Oh
Rocky
yeah,
had
so
to
I
deal with.
got that. I got that. That's one of the great advantages of being down here in South Florida is the heat.
Yeah,
I've been to Korea. It's not warm right now. No, it's not warm. So I know he's not in the warm. I'm in the warm. Back home, it's a little bit colder. That's the best, and the isolation and just the laser focus and being near the gym. I'm always near the gym. I could come out here and work out. If I need to work out twice, if I need to work out 3 times, I need to work out again. If I need whatever I need to do, I can do that. That's just no dividedness with my focus or attention or time. It's one mission, one goal, and that's December 7th.
your corner. Who's going to be in the cage with you for the fight?
Oh yeah, so this time, my longtime boxing coach unfortunately won't be able to be there. Kelvin Garcia, he's actually renewing his vows with his wife. Had a pre-plan for a while. I was like, brother, I understand, dude.
Yeah,
She's gonna. I mean, this is just one fight. She's gonna be your wife for hopefully ever. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So you need to treat her right. So I'm gonna. Danny Chavez is gonna come with me. Of course, Daniel and Caesar is gonna be there with him in the Masters, and of course I will be there
yeah.
for sure. And yeah, man, I'm excited. And the whole fucking Tennessee and the city of Clarksville is gonna be on my shoulders.
Yeah, I know you always wear that proudly. How's this one playing out on December 7th? This has got Fight of the Night written all over it.
Yeah, man, you kind of put that in the air. Everybody's been putting that in the air. So I just, I was expecting that kind of thing when I was fighting Dan Ige, and it didn't play out. It was a decent fight, but that's kind of like one of my biggest regrets in the UFC since I've been there so far. I can accept getting knocked out by Herbert Burns, but it's kind of weighs on me. It's like, man, I should have been killed in that last round. It should have been. That's every fight I've been in has been a bonus except for that fight in the UFC. So it was like, this has to. I kind of tried to make up for it in my last fight. I was hyper aggressive, came out swinging, got the job, took a little bit more damage. I think I would try to protect myself this time, but I'm just gonna come out guns blazing, swinging, and we're gonna see what happens.
This is a big fight in the sense that, it's a big pay-per-view. It's the last pay-per-view of the year. Dooho Choi, I know you mentioned things have changed a bit, but he's still got that name value. Like, where does a win put you? Because, I think no matter what, the UFC is always, putting you in good fights.
Yeah, the win puts me 19 and freaking 5 with another bonus is where the win puts me in the kind of, you know, I would like another crack at the top 15.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would be earned especially if you get another finish here. And what about your contract status? You got a couple more fights on there, or what's the latest with your UFC contract?
Yeah, man, I go out there and do what I do. We're renegotiating for sure. This will
Okay.
be my third one. Yeah.
You got to feel good though, because like in the sense of, you're always going to put on a good fight. Like if you were a fighter that was going to a decision a lot or you weren't entertaining, you'd probably feel a bit more worried. But I think, with you, do you kind of get that sense the promotion likes you? Like, again, this is a pretty fun fight for everyone.
I mean, they like you to the point, but the UFC is the UFC. I learned a big lesson when my homie Luke Sanders knocked out Renan Barão for the first fight of the prelims.
Mhm.
Renan was the champion, and then he ended up getting his ass knocked out with the first fight of the prelims. So it's kind of like they'll show you love, but at the end of the day, you got to go out there and do what you got to do because this is prize fighting. And then it's like it's crazy because think about this. Think about this. I'm opening the main card. Aljo, he's not even. He's under us. He's two under us. He's a former champion. That shows you how the UFC cares.
But doesn't it also speak as well to, like, I agree. Aljamain Sterling and
Yeah, I
Orgoyev
mean, you
should
got to
be.
go out there. You got to go out there. It's a blood sport. It's
Yeah.
an entertainment. It's the stadium. It's like the Greeks, man. It's like the Romans, brother. They want blood. If you don't give them that, then the fans want to get splattered a little bit. I would think.
Yes, for sure. Just two more quick questions. Did you watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight? What did you think?
I didn't watch that, but I heard. I mean, it went about how I felt like I was going to go. I mean, Jake Paul probably didn't want. He would have. He's not liked, but he would have been very much hated if he went out there and just slept Mike Tyson. So the best thing could happen, you just beat him up over a course of I don't know how many rounds was it.
Yeah, I forget. I think it was like 10. I think I can't remember. Yeah.
Whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they. I mean, they both won. They got paid well to spar.
Yeah, you're right. And you got any plans for the holidays? Like you said, obviously you got to delay Thanksgiving a bit because you got your fight. But
Yeah.
what's you got anything lined up?
I mean, just Christmas with the family.
Do you have any like
Just
traditions? Do you watch like some people watch like the same Christmas movies or anything? Do you have anything like that?
Our tradition is we've been matching outfits. Of course,
Oh,
we just
awesome.
started to make traditions because my son this will be only his second Christmas, so we're kind of for my little family. We're making our own traditions for my intermediate family, my mom and my brothers and siblings and whatnot. We have our tradition, and then like my mom's family, all my aunts and stuff like that. We have a tradition, so you know how it is with families. It's like you got the whole family, you got your little family, and then you got your family. So I'm really happy to, make my own traditions with my family, my
That,
wife and my son and my growing family. And we might just start boycotting Christmas and say hell with it and just go on vacation.
yeah, that's not bad either. I'm actually going on vacation shortly after the holidays because my
I
birthday's
know it's almost like,
yeah.
man, this like, we bought into it. I think America generates a damn near $1 trillion in gifts.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, man, we could probably do something better with that.
I agree.
And
I agree. A
these
little bit too
kids
much consumer.
these kids playing with it for 3 weeks and then throwing it off to the side. You know
Oh,
what I
that's
mean?
hey. You know what? I'll give you a little parenting tip, and people might not
Yeah,
like this. If we
yeah,
ever go to McDonald's, my wife and I will not get the toy for the kids because they'll throw it out. They never use it. So we
yeah.
skip
I
that. I'm
mean,
like,
it's
give
one of
them the
those
book or
things.
something. Like,
Yeah,
give them an extra yogurt. I don't know.
yeah. It's one of those things to where what do you want to like? It's a lot when you start having kids. It's like you start thinking to yourself, I want them to have some stuff, but also I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. And it's
Yeah.
like because you can get money at all times, but like, what are you going to use it for? And then what's really more important, a memory or something
It's
to
the
play
memory. I
with?
think traveling, I think, is better than buying stuff for sure. I
Yes.
definitely, even if
Think
the
about
kids
it.
are
For the
young.
money, you're going to spend on a overall Christmas. I've been looking at some cruises, and it's almost cheaper.
Yeah, no, it is. And I got to ask you because I haven't asked you this before. Your son plays with trains. I'm assuming with dad having the cool nickname, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. He's a
Okay.
little L train.
Okay, there we go. We got to. You need to get someone needs to make you like a custom made like Nate the Train like train somewhere that your son can play with. I think
Yeah,
that would be super cool. If
yeah,
anyone's
it's
out
gonna be
there,
cool.
get in touch. Get in
It's
touch.
gonna be crazy because like by the time he comes of age and being able to remember, it's gonna be a long distance memory. He'll see what I done, but it's like that's when it's like, damn, it'd been nice to have a kid when I was like 19, 20. That's why I tell these young
Yeah,
man, you should just start having kids, bro. The hell with
yeah.
it. By the time you're 30, this dude will be 15.
But you get him. Hey, you get him a Fight Pass subscription. He could. Hey, that could be your
Yeah,
Christmas tradition. Hey, this is what
yeah,
Dad was doing in the cage in
yeah,
Russia.
yeah. That's
Even
right.
in
Yeah,
M1, right? You can
yeah,
watch some of that. So
yeah. It'd
there
be
you go.
cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's the benefit of our generation that we
Yeah.
have versus like, bro, it's so crazy. It's been so nice to be able to look back and see your great grandfather in HD.
Oh yeah,
Our kid, our relatives distance in the future will be able to do that, but we can't do that now. So it's like it's a blessing.
for sure.
We're kind of like almost immortal with the way technology has became.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's flying by real fast. Hey, Nate, thanks for doing this, man. We're looking forward to it. UFC 310 doesn't get much better than this. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, man, just everybody with my team, everybody with my camp, Clarksville, of course, to Hialeah down here where I'm at, MMA Masters, all the people back home, my coaches up here, my coaches back home. And if you're on your phone, you see this, man, just give me a quick follow on Instagram, Nate the Train. It's real easy. It's just Nate the Train, the only one on there. That's it.